In 2025, Royal Caribbean put over $100 million into one ship, Allure of the Seas. And today we're going to take you through all the major upgrades, all the changes that we could find,
and a few surprises we didn't expect.
Hi, I'm Crystal.
And I'm Marshall.
And welcome back to Cruising with Crystal and Marshall. So let's jump into Allure of the Seas.
Yes, I have to say, it's always been one of our favorite ships ever since we sailed it. It's terrific.
But it was launched in 2010, and it was one of the first Oasis-class ships. So, with all these newer ships coming out, for example, Icon of the Seas and Utopia of the Seas, Royal wanted to inject a little extra life into Allure.
Like $100 million worth of extra life.
Yeah. So let's start, I guess, at the top.
I think it's a great place to start.
One of most people's favorite places on a ship is the pool deck.
Yes, and it's certainly where you notice the changes even before you board the ship, because Allure of the Seas was one of the few ships that did not have any slides on it. Towards the front of the ship on the pool deck, you're going to see the perfect storm water slide area, which is this tangle of slides that go between each other and around, and it's pretty impressive. On the other side, you'll see this kind of saucer slide. I think they call it the SuperCell, where it's a separate slide. You walk to the top, you go down, and you take this slide for a little bit, and it drops you into the saucer container at which you go around and around.
Like a whirlpool.
Babe. Like a whirlpool.
Saucer, whirlpool.
Like a whirlpool. And I have been on that on other ships. It's a lot of fun. And then it drops you down back to the pool deck. So whether you go left or right, you've got a slide for you.
Now, also on the pool deck, they used to have a kids' water area called the H2O Zone. That was completely removed and replaced with Splashaway Bay, which is a much more upgraded kids' water feature area.
So what about the adults? What do they get?
Well, upgraded bars.
That's true.
Updated decor. They've all been replaced with the lime and coconut theme. So it's like orange and pink and green and yellow and just a brighter vibe, I guess, more contemporary colors. They also installed those cabanas that you could rent. So you can go onto the app and book the cabanas. So those are also a brightly colored theme as well. But Allure didn't have those before. Also, they installed a bunch of new updated seating instead of those old blue chairs.
Yes.
It's nice now.
Now, one last thing before we leave the pool deck. With all of this hocus pocus and changes, they did have to take 2 hot tubs that were originally on the pool deck, but never fear, because they never want to do less than before. They put 2 hot tubs up high on one deck, which I think is kind of nice because it spreads out the people. So
I agree.
It's a different location, but the same amount of hot tubs.
Yeah, it's kind of cool up there, actually.
I agree. Let's talk about the solarium, because it has been reimagined, because they've actually added more cabins, and we'll talk about that later. But that raised up part of the solarium now, and they redid the whole solarium. So there's an inside area and now actually an outside area. I really liked it. I thought, again, the decor, the furniture was upgraded.
Yeah.
So for adults in the pool, in the adult-only area, it was definitely, I think, a big plus.
Yeah, very nice area, very nice furniture, and the views are spectacular. Now, can we talk about food?
Always.
Okay. On deck 6, there is the boardwalk area that used to have a Sabor Mexican restaurant. That has been now removed, and there's now a Playmakers sports and grill in their restaurant.
Yeah, so this is kind of a love-hate for me personally. Because I love playmakers. I love the a la carte menu. I love the kind of sports bar sort of feel. We love the fact they have an Impossible Burger. So many things. But I liked having a specialty, elevated Mexican experience on the ships.
It's okay. They did also add or upgrade the El Loco Fresh Mexican eatery up on the pool deck. And that is quite nice now with really nice seating to sit down and eat your Mexican food. So
Okay.
don't be too sad about support.
No,
And El Loco Fresh is complimentary.
true, but they don't make your guacamole right at your table.
Okay, let's move on.
Okay.
Playmakers is now where Sabor used to be, and it's very nice. It's awesome, and people love to watch sports in there.
Okay, I think we have one that we can both agree on.
Okay.
Okay, where the champagne bar used to be, I think this is a big upgrade. They've added their now new Pesky Parrot bar lounge area.
Yeah, we love the Pesky Parrot. It has such a vibe. It's very vibrant. There's an actual mechanical parrot that talks. I have no idea how much Royal Caribbean paid for that parrot, but it's really cool. And the drink menu is much more varied and unusual, different things than
Right.
what is on in other bars on the ship. So we like Pesky Parrot.
Now, it's crowded, but I was surprised being on the Royal Promenade that it wasn't packed all the time.
Yeah.
So we really felt it as a good place to go and not have to wait for a drink. It was top notch.
Now let's talk about one more specialty restaurant that was added on Allure of the Seas, and that is the country style restaurant called the Mason Jar. It has very unique decor, even from the outside, and then also the inside. I think it's a really cool vibe.
Yeah, they took away or they reimagined the teenage areas. So they took that teenage lounge area over, and I think they made great use out of it. Again, it's another upcharge where you have to pay, but it's just a completely different experience if you want to have that country vibe.
So while we're up by the Mason Jar, this is
Okay.
not a food related thing, but since we're up by the Mason Jar, right beside that now is the Loyalty Lounge where Diamond, Diamond Plus, and Pinnacle can go for their special place. And that's right up beside the Mason Jar. And that was previously elsewhere. So it's a little bit weird. You have to kind of go outside to get to it, but it's a nice spot.
Yeah, nice spot, but if you've been on Allure before, the $100 million remake, I got to say it's a downgrade. Their Loyalty Lounge in the past has been, forget exactly what deck, I think deck 14, and you overlook the boardwalk.
Yeah.
It was large and plenty of seating. This obviously is new decor, it looks nice, but I'm going to say it's at least half as small.
Yes, it's quite cramped.
And if it's raining, you're going to get wet getting to it.
And it is smaller, much smaller,
Yeah.
less seating. So we walked in and kind of walked out.
Talking about things that I don't know if it was a plus or a minus, they have installed, like on now all the Oasis-class ships, the Ultimate Abyss, a 10-story dry slide. And it's really cool, but there are some downsides. First, the plus side. It's exhilarating to get on this thing and go down 10 stories from the sports activity deck all the way down to the boardwalk.
Broadway. Yeah, boardwalk.
Boardwalk.
So what would be the downside of it?
Okay, keeping it real, it blocks the view outside the back of the ship when you're in the boardwalk.
Yeah.
And I've heard, we haven't stayed in the boardwalk balconies, but every boardwalk balcony used to have a fairly unobstructed view, especially if you're high enough up to look out over the AquaTheater and out the back of the ship.
But while we're talking about the AquaTheater, let's also say that they did replace the show in the AquaTheater when they were doing this. It used to be Ocean Aria, and now it's Aqua 82 show.
Right.
The Aqua 82.
Right.
And it is a very high energy, a lot of diving. It's a great show.
And if you like the 80s, it is the soundtrack of the 80s and everybody loves it. So this one's a 2 thumbs up winner for an upgrade.
The other activities they've added is they've added an escape room. They've also added laser tag, and they updated the kids spaces in the Adventure Ocean area. So they've really marketed to families and having more activities and stuff for people of all ages to be able to enjoy.
Yeah, I'm sure they did their research. The escape room is where I believe the Seven of Hearts card playing room was. And to be honest with you, there's plenty of places to play cards. And to have a dedicated escape room, I think, is a plus. But, you can't just keep putting new things on without taking some things away. So just be aware that that's replacing the card room.
I think that was a smart move, though.
I do, too.
Yeah.
One thing we loved on that ship is no longer there. And we kind of found a fix, but it's still not the same.
So the Vitality Spa, outside the spa in the original Allure of the Seas, there was a cafe where you could get smoothies and protein shakes and juices made out of fresh vegetables and fruits. That is no longer there. However, they did move that menu down to the one area of Sorrento's, which is their pizza place on the Royal Promenade. So we definitely still enjoyed our protein shakes and juices at its new location.
Right. But what you lost is kind of that vibe. That cafe that we like so much is now a bunch of inside cabin rooms.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. There are also a lot of inside cabin rooms towards the back of the ship where you had the Crown Lounge, Loyalty Lounge are now cabins. So that gives more people a chance to sail, but it also may make things a little bit more crowded or a tiny bit more crowded. So just be aware there's some great new cabins there, but it's taken away from the spaces we mentioned.
Yeah, but I mean, from Royal Caribbean's perspective, right? They're going to make more money.
Yeah.
Because they can get more people on the ship per sailing. And I've heard those rooms are super nice.
Yeah.
So.
We always look for those newer rooms because they're newly appointed and have the latest features. Talking about the latest features, let's finish up with something that we talked about before earlier on, and that is the reimagined and redone solarium area for the adults. The reason they could make that new outside area kind of seem so seamless is because they actually added a full row of panoramic rooms in the front of the ship.
Kind of like a layer cake. You've got the bridge on the front of the ship, and then you've got all brand new panoramic rooms, and then above that is where that new area of the solarium is.
The highlight of these new rooms are these panoramic suite rooms that are above the wings of the bridge, and that gives you 270-degree view.
Wow.
Basically, 3 sides are windows. So everyone is clamoring for that. It's a really cool room. Maybe we'll be lucky in the future to be able to book it.
So if you have kids, grandkids, nieces, nephews, or not, maybe you're like us and you cruise by yourselves, Allure of the Seas kind of has something for everyone. Like you said, we loved it before, but it's really a fantastic ship. Was it worth $100 million for Royal to invest that? I don't know. I guess time will tell, but it's pretty nice.
I could have gone for $98 million and leave the Vitality Cafe where it is. So they could have saved $2 million if they asked me.
Yeah, we have no idea how much that parrot cost, so.
That's true.
Was it worth it? I don't know. But people are talking about it. People are loving being on Allure of the Seas. So I don't know. I guess it probably is worth it. And it's probably at least giving people another option besides Icon of the Seas to go on.
With the latest and greatest features.
Yeah.
I would look forward to sailing it again with $100 million and anything else they want to add to it in the future.
Mm-hmm. So we hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, let us know. And if you've been on Allure of the Seas, let us know what your new favorite feature is.
I call the parrot.
Often, I'm here every single day, like 24 hours a day. I couldn't leave here if I tried.